The strategy room provides a unified view of your organization's short and long-term strategies, objectives, key results, and the execution of strategy. Once you're here, you'll need to set up the room display by selecting a strategic snapshot from the Snapshot drop-down menu. Note, the Jira Align's top configuration bar selections don't affect the strategy room view. It is a dashboard that contains several widgets to get a detailed look at your strategy and progress. The 6 widgets presented in the strategy room are missions, visions, and values, execution against outcomes, strategy pyramid, snapshot progress, OKR heat map, OKR tree. At the top of the page, you can view the top-level missions, visions, and values for your organization. The missions, visions, and values in the strategy room can be created or updated in the strategic backlog. You can click each item to view its details in the right-hand side details flyout. The strategy pyramid is a hierarchical visualization of your strategic snapshot and your strategy management. Your strategic hierarchy levels are listed from the top down, as well as the count of each item type is listed next to them. The missions, visions, values, and long-term goals in the strategy pyramid can be created or updated in the Snapshot's strategic backlog. Click on their headings in the strategy pyramid to navigate to the appropriate items in the Snapshot's strategic backlog. Note, if mission, vision, and/or values are switched off in the customized pyramid display settings, their corresponding spaces in the pyramid will persist but will display with no label or information. The objective levels on the page can be created or updated on the Objectives page. You can navigate portfolio and program objectives from here by clicking on a respective objective level. Themes, epics, and features are included in the counts in the pyramid when the work item is parented to a higher-level item or goal and planned for a program increment associated with the selected strategic snapshot. The Execution Against Outcomes widget displays a list of the % of accepted work items tied to goals or objectives in each goal or objective level. Percentage of themes that are completed and accepted, which are tied to Snapshot's long-term goals. Percentage of epics that are completed and accepted, which are tied to Snapshot's portfolio objectives. Percentage of features that are completed and accepted, which are tied to Snapshot's program and team objectives. These percentages are regardless of work item's program increment. The percentages are color-coded according to the percentage of completed work. 39% and below, red; 40 to 69%, yellow; 70% and above, green. You can view the progress and statuses of work items tied to your strategic snapshot with the Snapshot Progress widget. The 3 dials displayed at the top of this widget reflect the themes, epics, and features tied to the program increments in the snapshot. The center of the dial reflects the % of work items that are completed. Each dial contains color-coded areas to represent the percentage of each type of work that are not started, gray; in progress, yellow; and completed, green. You can hover over each section of the dial to view a detailed percentage of work items in each state. Underneath the dials, progress bars and counts appear for each item type. It indicates the number of work items tied to strategic goals and objectives, and the ones that have reached an accepted state. It also shows the total number of dependencies and the ones that have been resolved. You can click each work item type to manage them on their respective Jira Align grids. The OKR heat map provides a visual overview of how you're doing on achieving the different levels of strategic goals and objectives. The different levels of strategic goals and objectives are organized in rows in a table format. The columns on the left of the table represent the PIs in the snapshot. Each row contains blocks to reflect statistics for objectives at the objective level during each PI in the snapshot. Since long-term goals aren't associated with PIs, they display as a single block that spans across all PI columns. Each block displays the average percentage of progress made on the key results at the strategic goal or objective level. For strategic goal blocks, the percentage isn't PI-specific. For the PI-specific objective blocks, progress is only calculated for key results of the objectives at the specified level that are associated with the PI. The blocks on the heat map are color-coded according to the average key result score for objectives or strategic goals at that level to the nearest 0.1. Average key result score is displayed at the bottom of the block. Not scored, not available, gray. This will only display if all key results at the objective or goal level within the PI have not been scored. If at least one key result at the objective goal level has been scored, all other key results that haven't been scored will receive a score of 0 in the average calculations. Point 3 and below, red. Point 4 to point 6, yellow. Point 7 and above, green. The columns on the right list the level of each row, as well as an item count of the total number of objectives or strategic goals at each level during the snapshot time period. The Objectives and Key Results tree, OKR tree widget, displays the objectives and goals tied directly to the snapshot, or to a program increment included in the snapshot in a top-down view, organized by level of goal or objective. At the upper left of the widget, you can search for a specific goal or objective by its title. Clicking an item's name displays its details. Or click on the arrow next to the left-hand side of the item to see the child objectives and strategic goals associated with the PIs in the snapshot. Each row in the OKR tree displays the strategic goal or objective's ID and name, as well as 3 configurable columns: KR Progress, Score, and Owner. You can configure the column display by clicking on the gear icon. The Configure columns modal displays with a list of toggles for each column. Switch the columns on or off as desired. View a full-screen view of the OKR tree by selecting the full-screen icon from the upper right corner of the widget. This view hides the other widgets in the strategy room. Select the full-screen icon again while in the full-screen view to revert to the normal view. On the top right corner of the strategy room, you have the strategy room toolbar. Strategic Snapshot button helps you navigate to the Strategic Snapshots page. Strategic Backlog button helps you navigate to Snapshots Strategic Backlog, where you can build your strategic hierarchy. Add Snapshot button allows you to add a brand new snapshot.